Jar Oil. The company have filling stations across the country, and our rates are relatively cheaper than anyone else across the country. Jar Oil is the biggest producer and distributor of cement in the country with the most competitive prices in the market.
Axel jam si Wave.
Yo, apply. Yo, luta do de. Luta mo nulo jël moto nga andil ma xaalis. Hello?
Bisul mu fine.
What?
Bisul mu fine.
Oh, yes!
Wave Axina Gambia. Deposit and withdraw money, pay bills and buy mobile credit without fees. Transfer money wherever in the country for only 1% fee. At Wave. Bisul mu fine? Wave. Your money is yours.
We acknowledge your recent article titled President Barrow's Military Makeover, published on May the 21st, 2025, which addresses the President's appearance at the graduation ceremony of intake number 39 at the McCarthy Square. While the Ministry of Defense respects your right to free expression and public commentary, we find several of your assertions both misleading and dismissive of the broader context in which His Excellency President Adama Barrow's actions should be understood. To begin with, His Excellency the President's presence at the event in military dress, worn solely for ceremonial and symbolic purposes, was neither an attempt at militarizing the Presidency nor an encroachment upon the operational domain of the Gambia Armed Forces. As the constitutionally recognized Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, the President holds the ceremonial and legal authority to wear military dress during state functions, particularly those celebrating military achievement and national service. It is important to clarify that such symbolic gestures are not unprecedented either within or beyond Africa. Democratically elected leaders in countries such as Ghana, Nigeria, the United States, and even in the United Kingdom have on occasion worn military or service-themed dress to reflect solidarity with the armed forces, commemorate special occasions, or recognized national service. This is not a cosplay, as you have suggested, but a legitimate expression of unity between civilian leadership and the military rank and file. You also raised concern about the separation between military and civilian authority. Well, this point we fundamentally agree with you. However, wearing a uniform for a ceremonial occasion does not equate to breaching that line. His Excellency President Barrow has never sought to exercise military command in operational matters, nor has he attempted to politicize or interfere in the operational duties of the armed forces. Your comparison, therefore, to authoritarian practices is not only inappropriate but also disingenuous. Furthermore, to imply that the Chief of Defense Staff, Lieutenant General Mohamed Cham, orchestrated the President's decision to wear military fatigues trivializes both the role of the Chief of Defense Staff and the President's leadership. The relationship between the civilian government and the military remains constitutionally defined, professional, and underpinned by mutual respect. The suggestion, therefore, that the military is being used or manipulated for optics undermines the integrity of both institutions. The Gambia has come a long way since the days of military outreach in civilian governance. It is precisely because of this progress that we must guard against hyperboles that conflate ceremonial symbolism with democratic backsliding. His Excellency the President's participation in the graduation ceremony was intended to honor the commitment and courage of our young recruits and to foster a stronger sense of national pride, unity, and respect for the institutions of defense. We understand the power of perception and the importance of maintaining the military's non-political image. However, let us not distort a moment of national celebration into a cynical metaphor for dictatorship. The true danger to our democracy lies not in symbolic gestures, but in the erosion of trust through alarmist narratives that discredit genuine efforts to build cohesion and national spirit. The Ministry of Defense and the Gambia Armed Forces remain steadfast in their duty to protect the sovereignty of our republic, uphold the constitutional role of the military, and promote responsible civil-military relations.
Jar Oil, the company, have filling stations across the country, and our rates are relatively cheaper than anyone else across the country. Jar Oil is the biggest producer and distributor of cement in the country with the most competitive prices in the market.
Excellent jams, Wave.
Yo, apply. Yo, luta do de de. Luta mo nulo jël moto nga andil ma xaalis. Hello? Ano lay waxal?
Bisul mu fine.
What?
Bisul mu fine.
Oh, yes!
Wave Accina Gambia. Deposit and withdraw money, pay bills, and buy mobile credit without fees. Transfer money wherever in the country for only 1% fee. At Wave, Bisul mu fine. Wave, your money is yours.